Hello guys, very exciting video. Crazy fucking shit. Craziest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. PTD rule changes. Now what PTD rule was, is pattern day trading rule. There's a 25K minimum for being able to trade stocks without the PTD rule unless you had a cash account. So you can't use any type of margin. You have to wait a day every time you use any buying power to get that buying power back. Okay. And then PTD rule also meant that you couldn't make more than 4 trades in a week for most traders. They changed that, I believe, last week, and this Monday was the installation, I think, or maybe it was last Friday or last Thursday. Okay, well, we're seeing something we've never seen before, ever. At least I haven't seen before. What has happened is companies in the pre-market are now moving 800%, 900%, 500%, having 5 second candles of 25% with continuation, going from $1 to $3 with no news. We saw in the pre market about 10 to 15 companies, approximately, with no news at all. And the only reason they moved was because they were tiny companies. It was very manipulated. Not manipulated in the idea that there's insiders, but the idea that there's no reason for these stocks to be up at all besides the fact that they traded volume. Okay, so in this bubble, in this market currently, your best bet is going to have amazing structure, finding your structural confirmation, and having really good news. You want, if everything can move at the drop of a needle, then you just need to make sure that you position yourself into very correct spaces. That's if you want to keep yourself protected. If you want to just fucking jump around and trade everything, you can definitely do that. Don't get me wrong. What the fuck, dude? It's just pissing me the fuck off. Fuck is my mouse doing, bro? Let's see. Okay, let me show you some stuff from pre-market. This stuff is absolutely egregious, absolutely wild. Yeah, this one is just fucking booming here. Yeah, this stuff's pretty fucking crazy. But this isn't even the pre-market stuff. Let me show you the pre-market stuff. Pre-market 800%, 300%, 159%, 153%, 133%, 133%, 95%, 72%, 64%, 58%, 45%, 44%, 38%, and then GMEX. I wish they had the spark line for every one of these charts. Okay, let's take a look at the first one. First one here, brutal, brutal movement, insanity. Okay, this one is fucking insane, absolutely insane. Okay, coming from after hours, we actually had this in our watch list from earlier, and we actually completely missed this move. We didn't miss it. We were watching it. We just didn't have quite a grasp on it. So, and when we're unsure, what do? Do we just press the buy button for no reason? No, you fucking watch it happen, and you take notes and learn and try to utilize that for the future. Okay, so I was unsure, and then once you get to certain levels, you're not, it bounces around. And then I wanted to play it at a certain time, but then you get caught looking at other plays. Shit happens, trading happens, whatever. Get over it, right? But this play was the first play of the day and the first actual big mover. Okay, this play is just the start of what's to come. I believe. I believe almost every pre-market session is going to be fucking insane. I think every intraday session is going to be fucking insane because now the grand majority of the market, or at least all the retail traders, don't have to worry about recycling their buying power or waiting a day to do a trade or only making 4 trades a day. So that means you can trade 100,000 fucking times a day, okay? And if you make a bad entry, you can immediately pull out and re-enter at a later time, okay? So everyone's going to make a ton of money, and some people are gonna lose a ton of money. Okay, let's see what we have for this one, and then we get the same shit. Okay, we had this big break from 4.5 to 2.4. Okay, so like a fucking 600%. Sweet. Come back down to 80 cents. Okay, now we break here in the morning at 4 a.m. 38%. Okay, 12% and then 38%. come back down, retest your high, pick back up with volume, push up. Now we're going to come back down and retest this high. Okay. Collecting here, coming back down again. Now picking a direction. Now as we clear out with your volume, stay sideways, pick a direction. We're going to consolidate just for a second again. Push up hard, collect that, see how volume acts. We're going to settle back down a little bit, maybe touch 134 again. Getting close to the 1.3s, picking back up again. What we see here is a forward movement again, another volume collection, another retest of your previous high, another confirmation with volume, a big push, settlement coming towards that 190 range, a push again from that, another settlement looking to test your highs, immediate push again, an immediate push again. Like, dude, this whole fucking market was absolutely insane. Okay, so you get your low, you try to retest your low, make a new low, try to retest your low, can't quite get past it, make a new low. Okay, now we're going sideways. Okay, fiddling around, still losing our volume. Okay, now we push back up finally. Still trying to test this previous low. You push down a little bit. Go hunting for a new low. We hunt for a new low. We find one. Now from 156, we actually push back up hard to 237. And then come back down. So look, 190, volume accepts. And look from here. No volume. Volume stays elevated. Volume stays in. Volume feels hard. Look how this fills in. Incredible. On the 1 minute chart. Okay. We settle back down. We're settling. Pushing to, my bad, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so get a test of this high, collect it, approve it, push back up. Now, fizzle out with your volume, can't trade as much volume as you need it to. You push back down, or maybe there's just too much weight from these previous levels as well, from people who got stuck. Pushing down again. Now, retest your low. Okay, push back down and make a new low, come to retest your low, and now push back down and make a new low. Actually, retest your low again, and then boom. This is fucking insane from here. So look. This is so fast, guys. Like, so fast. Like, if you want to have, so like, if you wanted entry at 146, dude, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to make it happen. 5 minutes before we left that level and never came back again. We did get close though to, yeah, look how beautiful that is. Like, you make this low, make a low, test it, 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 make a low. Test it, and now when we test this low again, we're going to break this low. Now we're going to break this low, we're going to break this low again at 230. Or maybe not this time, but we hold a higher low, and then we break that low, push back down to our previous to retest our high, hold above, so it's actually a higher low than the previous one. It's hard to tell here, but this is pretty much, it's close to a higher low. It's almost, it's very close, but it is there. We're going to push back up. We're going to go and retest that high. We're going to settle, push back up hard. We're going to collect here at the top, and we're going to push real hard. Look at this fucking push. Okay, like, so from 836 to 906, 198 fucking percent. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, 3 million float, $16 million company. Ridiculous, okay? I'm just going to go a little bit faster through these things. CHAI was not one of those companies that moved crazily in the pre-market. Okay, we're going to skip over that. AZI. Okay, AZI. If anyone on the planet Earth can tell me why AZI went from $1.3 to $12 today, it would be fucking insane. I would believe that you were Jesus Christ. Let's take a look at the news. This makes sense. So, yeah. 529. So about a couple weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, we reported that our revenue dropped 63.1%. Huh. Yeah, I think this company should be up 800% on the day. Yeah. Makes sense. No, it fucking doesn't, bro. This is ludicrous action, dog. This was peeving me out so hard. And like look at these chunks. These chunks are fucking wild. 20%, 25%, 25%, 34%, 33%, 21%. Like, Just abrasive price action, insanity. Like starting this, the start of this play on the 1 minute, my friends, 24%. Okay, retest. Okay, prove volume. Okay, push back up 50. Oh nope, 51%, 500K volume. Let's not forget 4 million float. Okay, retest 500K volume. Boom, 500K volume again. Retest. Okay, can't do it. Push back down. Consolidate back in 20%. Boom, 800K volume. Boom, 1.52 on the break. No need to wait. Back up to 34%. Is on the 1 minute, by the way. Egregious movements. Egregious. For 7. You get your consolidation to 7. This is like what a trader dreams of. This is like a dream I have. 21% to 10. You know? $10,000. $30,000 in fucking 10 minutes. 10 minutes. In 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, my friends. We move 369%. In 30 minutes, 464%. Coming to intraday open. You sell out all that volume. 121%. What the fuck are we looking at, bro? Seriously. What is happening? That stock had no news at all. You want to talk about previous price action? We've had a 146% day, okay? I'll give you that. But there's no reason to be up 800% when you just reported that you lost you doubled your losses this year to 13 million and you fucking lost 63% of your revenue. Okay? GMM. Take a look at it. Everyone's going to have to adapt to this market. Everyone's going to have to be very careful, and some people are going to be swinging for the fences, you know? And maybe you should all really start thinking about that. It's still in the 1 minute. Let's start the day. Actually, let's check out our news. Okay? We had a direct offering at 97 cents per share a couple weeks ago. Nothing from today. Of course, nothing from today. We did partner with Amazon, though. People love that. And there might be movement from earlier. There's not. We've done nothing our entire lifespan as a company. So actually, it's not bad. 59%. Okay. Let's go back to the 1 minute. How do we start the day? How do we start the day, guys? Let's see. 401, 1%, not really anything. 6%. Okay. 14% in 1 minute. 54 million float. 9 million market cap. Okay. 127,000 shares. Coming from 13,000. Okay. 331,000 shares. 2%. Make a high. Increasing volume and accept that volume. Coming out and test your previous high. Boom. Big expansion. There you go. That's your ticket. That's your golden goose right there. 14%, 530K. Going from 120 to 530, 5xing your volume and going up 14%. Now you have negative 3% at 1.1 million. Okay. So we're confirming volume. Another again, abrasive push. 1 minute, 14%. 1 minute. Okay. Now, compression and retest the high at 2.5 million volume. Okay. Increasing volume. Next minute, 16%, 2.58 million. Or 2.8 million. Next, retest that high, minus 3 million or 3 million shares. Coming again with 2.4 million. And then coming again with another 2.4 million. Interesting. Okay. Retest that high, break through it. Retest that high, break through it. Oh. Come here. Oh. Compress hard. Still keeping volume elevated. Sell off even more. This previous high. Compress here hard. 1.7 million. 750K. 667K. Look at this movement. This movement is the most insane, incredulous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This whole pre-market session was delivered from the gods. I'm telling you, there's never been a better time, or, depending on how you look on it, a worse time to become a trader. These markets will be fruitful for a fucking while. If you don't know what you're doing, you could easily step on a landmine. Okay? So, we get this continuation, this push, 700K, 600K, 1.6 million. Okay? That's our real confirmation. 1.6 million. Retest your high. Push back up even more volume. 1.10 million. Push back up 1.6 million, 6%. Okay? Push even higher, 1.3 million. Go and retest that 1.8 million. Come back and destroy that level, 1.9 million. Come up again, 1.8 million. Break out to 19, 2.9 million. Break out again, 430K. Retest that high, push back down low, compress. 3.96 million. So we go 3 million, 3.9. Now we go to your new high at 5 million. Okay, come down to test it. We test it with 5 million, 2 million, 2 million, 1 million. Compress here into 1.9, into 3.9 million. Actually, no, it's not. My mouse is being fucking retarded. But then boom, 15%, 3.9 million. Another 14%, 3.5 million. Before when you get compression at 3 million, compression at 2 million. Try to break your high, make a new high, and you come back down, and now you're kind of getting sauced out because you have too much weight, and you're a bigger company now. 239% from 548 to 613. Ho, 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 ho. 238% from 546 to 612, or whatever the fuck I said earlier. It's the same idea. 30 minutes, 200%. Let's take a look at PAVS. I traded this one. I'm really a dingus. I was in at 3.6, sold at fucking like 4.0. Gonna need to sharpen that up, but we don't beat ourselves up for these trades. You know, you make 10% every single day, you're a good trader. Okay, it's a fact. Okay. This one's pretty gnarly. This one's just disgusting as well. They're absolutely disgusting. So go ahead and start the day with 12%, $956. Another 900,000 float. Okay, so under a million float, like disgustingly small. This one though, this company though, did have news. Okay, there's a sales agreement with AC Sunshines for up to $195 million of shares. Okay. So I believe that these guys are presenting an offering. Yeah, they're filing for an offering up to 195 million shares, 195 million dollars worth of shares. Okay, that causes a fucking spark, and people are like, "Holy shit, it's time to do something here." Let's take a look just on the 1 minute. Let's start the day with 30%, 274K. So 30% price gain in 1 minute, 274,000 fucking volume in 1 minute. And your float, remind you, is 1 million. You just traded 25% of your float in the first minute of your existence, okay? And you moved up 30%. The next minute, you have no time. The next minute, 24%, 670,000 volume, okay? Triple your volume, confirm the price movement. We test your previous high, like we always do. 915,000 volume. 915,000 volume. Trade your entire float. Coming in compressed, 10%. 496,000 volume. Okay? 20%. 759,000 volume. Okay? And, oh, man, this is hard, man. Like, you'd think it'd be easier. Like, oh, you just have to, grab it and then fucking hold it. But it's like, when they're moving so fucking fast, it's hard to even get an idea in real time if like it's a real hard, strong continuation, or if this is just like a fugazi play to a degree. And that's just probably because of me, because I'm not very good yet. So let's see what we're looking at. Yeah, just look how this builds. 20%, 759K. Remember, that's in 1 minute. 759,000 fucking shares traded, which is your literally 80% of your float. A million, 20%. A million, 45%. 1 5 million, 45%. Dog, I don't know if you truly know how much 45% is. Okay, these are insane numbers. Not even to say that the 20, 20, and 10 were behind it. Okay, 45%. What's the cherry on top? How about 36%? 1.7 million. Okay, test your high, make your low, start creating more, lower volume. Come in here, create a new low, test that low, break past that low, push down, try to retest your previous high, try to make a new high, barely can make a new high, get compressed with a heavy selling volume, push back in. By this time we're at 845. We're gonna be looking to do something into intraday. Intraday comes, baby, and it comes fucking hard as fuck. Okay, my genius ass was way too focused on smaller time frames. Okay, I was in around here, around 3536, and instead of just being like, okay, we need to widen risk at 337 or so, risk at 33, risk at 30, and then now follow our coordination rules about, like, breaking out, retesting your highs, and then seeing if you can break through your previous highs, and or if you can continue to make more and more highs. Like, everyone wanted to be in at 4-0, everyone wanted to be in at 5-0. I sold at like 4, like as soon as it spiked I sold, just because I was looking way too close to small time frames, and I wasn't really trusting this idea, wasn't really trusting this movement, wasn't really trusting the news, wasn't really trusting the float mechanics. So in the future, what we're going to do is we're going to be a lot more disciplined with our time frame usage. Okay, and what we're also going to do is we're going to really be understanding of our continuation processes, and the idea that, you know you get something like this, right? Like, all this volume is in here, and it wants to go somewhere, and with all these halts that are happening, all this new volume and all this new price action, wide risk, and knowing that, like, we're throwing away 16%, like just slamming through it, not giving a fuck. This whole market's fucking crazy, man. We're gonna keep that in mind hard, and I guarantee you this thing has good potential for continuous movement. Just it has to stay solid and stay on its path. It just now becomes harder to even have a semblance of key continuous movement and structure, just because the structure now has changed in its shape so rapidly and so quickly. Like, right now, like, we're seeing more volume and more forward pressure than we've ever seen before. It's almost as if all these traders don't know what they're looking at, and they're just pressing buy, and they're just moving the companies up. You know what I'm saying? So this is fucking insane, guys. Absolutely fucking insane. Absolutely insane. Jinxon, okay? Jinxie's cousin. Super small company. 1 million shares. Fucking 2 million float. I wonder what the news is. I wonder why we went from 1.3 to 4.9. I wonder why that happened. Why did that happen? Why did we almost go up 300% in 15 minutes? What did that happen? So AI intelligent platform a couple weeks ago, okay. But besides that, absolutely nothing. Huh. Not today, at least. And if that was such an important day, 529, what did we do in 529? Nah, we did move, actually. I'm just being a dickhead right now. That actually did move. Okay, this one kind of had a reason to actually go, actually. Funny enough. But then again, I was just like, I just see, like, dude, it had a reason to go, but it had a reason to go 300% in fucking 15 minutes? Like, 15-second chart. What does this look like? Like we go here, 26% of 71K. Now you have to risk here. You have to risk on top of this 26%, knowing that you just did all this and filled in. Like, push, 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 confirm with volume. Now, like, you didn't even really get a retest anywhere. Now you come into your retest, and now you just completely falter right through your line. Okay? Now you're going to retest your lows, pushing back through your lows, push up, make a new low. Okay, hold that new low, create that make a new high, come in and retest your previous high, come back in, kick in, come back down and retest our previous high again and make a new low. Can't make a new low, now we confirm with new volume, compress hard with more volume, compress hard with more volume, push up again, come down to retest that high, push up immediately with that hard volume, push in and compression, hard volume, push in again with more volume, push in again with more volume, but we compress at the top, we're too stuffed, we're too sticked. Actually, we're not too that bad. We can actually come down to test, and then we come in here with our 348K. And then in the minute, we're trading about fucking 71. So averaging, so even in the lows here, 17K. I guess I have to get better at learning these structures for sure. These structures can be very difficult to hold down and to get a grasp of, especially as um they follow their own rules really. Like just and then this aggressiveness. Look at this aggressiveness. Like 26%. Okay. 1%, 6%, 18%. Okay. Oops. Fuck. 16%. 5%, 18%. And then 13%, 14%. What are we doing, bro? Where is this coming from? 169% from 810 to 815. What the fuck, dude? What is happening? What is happening? Dude, I have to look at PAVs. Sorry, guys. PAVs is getting looked at. Looking at it. Fuck. Should have goddamn held at 3.6. Holy fuck. Yeah, that would have been a big day for me, guys. That would have been really cool. But death by 1,000 trades will get better and better and better and better every single fucking trade. Let's not forget this. Let's never forget this. We'll never forget this, okay? Never forgetting these ideas. Jinxin, CPOP. Okay. CPOP, what are you doing? Why are you up so much money? Okay. Had news a month ago. Let's check out the daily chart. Previous runner, actually. Okay, so previous runner, but hasn't done anything any recent time, and really didn't have a reason to move up in the day besides having volume. And when we had the volume, we actually went from 27 cents to 97 cents. You're telling me we went up 300% for no reason at all besides the fact that we're a small company and we had volume? Holy fucking Studio Ghibli, right? This is just complete wild shit. Let's take a look at it. 31% on 215K. 20 million float. Okay, so that's about 1%. On the 1 minute, moving up 31%. Get rid of all of that. Okay, now we're gonna go retest this low. We're probably pretty safe here at this 26 level, honestly though. We immediately take that back. Okay, so 473K. We trade about another we trade about 2% now in the 1 minute. So increasing volume, actually increasing volume even crazier here. 800K, 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 and 800K. Just getting diabolically ripped through. Now we're at 473, pushing down 338, 246, and then 327.15 breakout. If we don't really get to push past a new low, so 347. So now you'd be risking at 36. 36 comes through and gets touched a couple times, and then we come back to with a 21%. Then we go back compression, get that retest around like 37, push back up to 63, push back down and try to get a retest, compress hard. And dude, this is fucking phenomenal. Absolutely just disgusting movement. Okay, so like 16% on 1 million. Okay, so look, we go from 186 to 988 to 780 to 12 to 13 to 13 to 16, and then finally to 18 until we can cool off. Okay, and then what are we looking at here for a movement? From 26 or yeah, 190% from 903 to 916. Jiminy Crickets, twin. Type shit Jiminy Crickets right now in the chat. This is crazy stuff we're looking at. Bewildering stuff. Okay. This is from the day before. MTN actually, funny enough, didn't really do anything in the pre-market. Epson didn't really do anything. We did have a couple. I think they kind of ran away. GMEX. Let's talk to GMEX. This was a smaller company. When I say smaller, I mean one of the smallest companies on the stock exchange. The 161K float and 161K market cap. Ridiculously small. Did have a private placement though. Okay, so that's actually could be a reason why we're up. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe today was just fucking crazy. Because that had a reason too. But there's a couple other ones that just, dude, they went fucking like up 100, 200% for no fucking reason besides the fact they're a small company. No cap. No capper, jacker. But I can't even find any reasoning. And then going from 1.8 to 4.2, I guess this thing has done that shit before too. But this movement is just fucking-bolical. Like going from 1.0 to 192, 839 to 849, 10 minutes, 100%. What the fuck am I hearing, dude? Take a look at it. 831. Actually, even more than that, from 90. Yeah. This is crazy, twin. Oh my god, it's crazy. 47,000, a 19% in 1 minute. 47,000 is fucking 30% of your flow almost. 55K. Retest. What is this? Now 9K. Immediate pickup 17% for 87K. Okay? Immediately after that, bruv. 628K for 23%. So we go from 187 to 628K. Damn, that's fucking quick. Look how fast that fucking happened. Okay? 19% and everyone saw that immediately. And they saw this and everyone immediately grabbed to this. So everyone probably gets in around here, right? Everyone kind of captures this and gets stuck into here. So everyone wants that re-risk at a decent level. You get that re-risk at a decent level here too. It makes a lot of sense because you push up again, now come with more volume, now retest your high, now come even lower but then compress, stay in that same range and compress, try to make a new high, push down, settle again, now you get your true movement, and you push up into 192, fucking test this high, push this high again at 688K, and then by this time you probably traded fucking like averaging at what 500K for 30 minutes. You know, that's 2 float every minute. Like, I know that's 4 float every minute, but like, bro, you rotated by 30x in like fucking 10 minutes. Okay, bro, like it's absolutely ridiculous. My math's a little bit off, but that's still 100% in 10 minutes. Okay, INDP actually didn't do fucking shit, but this pre-market stuff is insane. RGTN, this daddy took a fucking turn in the morning too. Here, look at this stuff. This stuff's brutal, brutal, brutal movements. Beautiful, like just absolutely something that like you look at this, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna retire my family with something like this. Holy jizzaroonie, okay? Jizzaroonie pump style is kind of what we're getting from this one. Hard after hours burst, pushing in hard like this, and then boom, pushing in hard again, and then boom, collecting itself. And now we've traded too much, and now we're going to retest some of these highs. Now we're settling down, pushing back up. Now we settle back down to that previous taste where we were safe. We're always trying to find a place where we're safe. Push back up again. Okay, now we have volume in here. Now we accept it, and now we push through. Now we get choppy. Now we make a new low. Now we test that low. Now we come back down, settle back down to create a new low, create a new low, create a new low, create a new low. Now break that low, kind of make a new low, same low, break that low again, finally make a higher low when you push back up from it. Look to retest. Don't even get close to retest. Don't even think that you're getting back to 3-2, bro. Don't even get an inkling in your mind. There's a potential chance that you can. So right now, you're 3-2. At least, but like from going from 2.8 to 6.5. Like, what are we talking about, bro? What are we even looking at, dude? Why did it go from 2.8 to 6.5? Let's see what the reason. Oh, these guys actually had news too. Fuck. I feel like I'm just eating my fucking words every single time. I should pay attention. Yeah, these guys had news. They had surgeon training ahead of their knee cartilage repair rollout. That's actually good news. That's pretty good news, actually. Knee cartilage repair news is pretty good, especially, but it's still a small enough company. But then again, like 2.6 to 6.5, like I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, you go in 2.6 to 6.5, I have to be invested in you. I have to understand who you are and why you're doing this. Like I have to give you my seed. You know what I'm saying? 3-2. and there's amazing movement. As soon as we, like, even from here, like, the separation and volume, intraday just comes in and just smashes everyone. Like, intraday's beautiful, man. Intraday will save you so much time from, I don't even know if it will actually. Pre-market does the same fucking thing, where it sometimes just becomes difficult price action to read, and you're not quite sure if you're like reading the right one. EOPW. This one's fucking disgusting, bro. I don't even know if I showed you guys this one. This one's fucking disgusting. I don't even get this one. Let's see. This one actually had absolutely no fucking news, so maybe this one will actually be something that we can actually talk about. Had an offering a while ago. Did it have any structural confirmation? Have we moved up high the previous days? That doesn't count. That's retarded looking. I don't know if that's fucking real. That looks weird as shit. We have done it though, 65% in a day. So I just need to pay way more fucking attention, dude. Like, what am I talking about, bro? It's a previous runner and it happened literally a fucking couple weeks ago. Yeah. And you just had an offering. Now your levels are clear. Now you come back into this pre-market and everything else is trading crazily. So why don't we? This is on the 3-minute, my twin. 38%, 35%, 31%. Holy moly. Holy moly. 10 minutes, we go from $1 to 285, 260% in 10 minutes. Holy, 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 moly, 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 moly. Okay? That's a holy moly moment. Yeah. Absolute fucking fiend. Boom, 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 boom. Same ideas. So we go 14%, 10%, 891K, 370K, 2.73 million. So 370K is about 370 is about 10%, 890 is about 20-30%. Now we're pushing down at 800 again. Go and find a retest your high. Come back through, clear out. Now give a lot of volume in this compression range. Looking at 1 o'clock as a good entry level. 1 o'clock gets picked up from here. Retest that high. Push back down from here. Lose your volume a little bit. Now come back down to safety. Everyone's here at the same position now. Now we push hard to 1.3, and then now we push up to immediately. So we go from 140K to 617 to 1.75 million. Go to retest that. Everyone can get back in it now at like right at that same area. And then 870K, 1.17 million. Now you break to 194, and then now you get that compression, and now you get to break to 25, 2225, and now you get to break to 26, and now you get to break to 28. You kind of get stopped out. You kind of start trading the same amount of volume but less price gain. Go to test your highs. Never tested your highs from previously, at least not on the 1 minute level, and then you slowly drip down and drip dry. See, but look at these ideas, like bro, like think about this. These things are not going to wait for you to find out that they're going to move, bro. They're going to move no matter what. 190% in 730 to 740. You literally have 1 minute to understand that this thing is going to be moving as a like from here. You have to know that 132 is safe all the way to 280, okay? You don't have to. You could have waited for this position to clear something like this, but still on the 1 minute time frame, this is happening so fucking fast and other plays are happening at the same time. It can be very hard to spot this and immediately grab this and understand that, okay, we had this push, we had this clear out, we're previous runner. We don't have news on the day, but we're very small. PDT Rule just got changed. It's early in the morning. Everything else is moving really crazily. People really have a lot of confidence in the market right now. Now we just did 617, 1.7 million. We're rotating our float ridiculously fast on the 1 minute. This is 1.7 million on the 1 minute, which is more than 50% of your float for 31% gain. Okay, so these are not invalid gains though. I'm just pushing up crazy. Like if you waited 2-3 minutes, even this minute, and then you waited 1 more minute, you're done. You're out of the play. So 10 minutes, 600 seconds, okay? Every second matters, okay? Okay. This is why we redo these reviews, you know? It's so important to be reviewing what the fuck you're looking at, because if you don't, then you're just going to get lost in the sauce, okay? Something like this. Look how that just fills in, okay? Push up, test, compression, hard volume, push back again. Compression, retest, hard volume and compression, push up, holding this level, compression, making a new low, making a new high, making a new low, making the same high, but compressing even more volume. Now pushing to 4.3. Now you get a halt. Okay, now you get pushed to 5.5. Now you get a push to 6.6. Okay, after the retest twice, now you get a big push, 2.9 million in 1 minute on 21%. 2.9 million, you doubled your float, okay? And then just simply coming down to test, retest, retest, okay? Make a new low, go to retest that low. Now you're looking to retest your previous high. Now you get that, you don't get that new low. Now you get this confirmation volume, so now you can buy now. Everyone buys now at 5.7, comes into 5.7 to 6.6, so 14% there. And then you're at 2.7 million volume currently. You get to this point where it's like, okay, dude, you're trading 2.7 million volume every 2 seconds, and then eventually people are going to run out of gas to want to even breathe. So you settle back down, push back up, try to make a new high, can't make a new high. Now we're settling back to these new lows. Textbook stuff. But if you get too caught in something like this, look at this 5-second charts, you can get really, really sidetracked, especially as if you have a position in, say you have a position in at like, you bought in at like 3.5, you know, like 3.5 ends up being like a really good position, but 3.5 ends up going down to 2.8, and you have a $10,000 position, you know, Jesus, why is my mouse so fucking retarded? You're down 23% and you gotta hold that, you know what I'm saying? Down 16, 23%, and you gotta fucking hold through that shit. Like, it looks way different in these ideas. When you get too small of a time frame, I think you kind of start losing the bigger picture, and it's harder to really get the grand scheme and idea, okay? Also, you get too big and you also get a mistimed entry, right? So it's a really nice battle between the both. And how, if we can always just kind of spot these lows though, spot this low, spot this low, spot this low, spot this low. How's volume doing? So when we make a low, what happens afterwards? So we get this low, or even when we make a, like, when we, after we cool off, when we approach with volume, which direction do we go, right? So we get this heavy volume. I mean, there's a lot of nuances to it. They'll try to find these key patterns and these general ideas, okay? And then PAVS isn't even a stranger. We did this yesterday, 90 to 2.6. So why am I so confused about why this thing fucking ran to the moon? I shouldn't be, you know. I just have to get better at trading myself, and it's easy to relay these frustrations to the external world when truthfully everything that is your fault, everything that is happening in the world that you don't like is technically your fault because you have a potential chance to do something about it, okay? To a degree. All right. So these are ideas and PAVS, and then let's go ahead and look at even the day today. Let's see with anything else up right now. AZI is still kind of fooling around. CHAI just had to take a dip. RGNT still just doing that. We take a look at that. Oh yeah, let's take a look at this one. This one is actually fucking retarded. This one's also retarded. No news at all. I mean, I hope you guys don't get too mad at that language. I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna watch this, so we're good. This is more for me than anything. Yeah, let's go from 146 to 50 for no reason at all. Let's do that right now. Okay? 12 to 50 with no news. Just the idea that you PTD they got rid of PTD. I mean, honestly, what I really have been seeing though with these movements is people care a lot less about reasoning, as in like you don't need a giant, a mega, like awesome reasoning. You don't have to cure cancer to go up 100%. What you just need is structural validation, as in we're getting good percentage gains, we're getting good retests, and we're being quick, and we're rotating quick, and we're gonna happen quick, and we're doing this right now, right? Like this whole movement, it's so funny to look at it post movement to see like actually how kind of clear and concise it can become. You get this push, you get this retest, you get this push, you get this retest here. Now we have real heavy volume, and now we really spike out from that position, 29%, okay? Now we explode from that position as well, get a retest back up to another 8%, so 29% to 8%, not that great, but we do have a lot more volume, so we go from 177 to 400K. Now we come up even higher to 2.0 and back down to 166 to previously where we were, rip back down to about 146, come back up immediately 30% of 510K volume. Still a little bit small volume for 20 million shares, so 500K, what would you need? 2 million would be 10%, 200K would be 1%, so still only about 2% volume. You're trading about 2% of your shares on the 1 minute for 30% gain. This is seemingly fragile, you know what I'm saying? But it really is relative, you know, because it depends on what traders are within the session. If we're just trading more volume than we did previously, and then even though we see though we get this 30%, and then we have to dig in another 2-3%, 2-4%, just to get another 20%, and then we push back down to reset that 20%. We get that back. We come back in and we step through. Now we come into intraday and volume hits a little bit harder. And then we get that other thing, and then now we're kind of just dying out because like no one even knew why the fuck they were up there in the first place. So really keeping your eyes on these things and understanding this stuff. DSXT, bro, please tell me you did something crazy, and you did. Go from 296 to 768 for, dude, Jesus Christ, there's just all halts. Jesus fuck, dude. I don't even know if anyone got to fucking trade that. What are we looking at, bruh? That's crazy, man. This whole day might be fucking completely flabbergasting. MTEN still looking to do something. CPOP, wow. CPOP, make it rain, bruh. That's fucking insane, dude. That's fucking insane. That's just fucking beautiful. Look, doing all this just to come back, settle. Look at your lows. Look at your lows. Okay, push back past it. Retest your high. Okay, fill in with volume. Where's your volume? There's your volume. Okay, reset to your previous level. Okay, now break. Now break. Look at your lows. Higher low. Higher low. Break. Higher low. Fucking push back down and retest, 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 break. Ooh wee, ooh wee, and but these breaks are not friendly, man. Like, like you have 14% right there. Like that's quick, you know. And then, but then you get the retest here at like 5.4. But you have to understand that you're coming back, and then once you come, like by the time you come back in with that more volume, you've already lost that retest, right? So every time, like by the time they come in with that volume, you notice that retest happens, you've already lost that volume. So you have to kind of really finesse it to a degree to where like you see it from here, you know, you see it from here coming, and you're slowly consolidating, you're slowly moving up, you're trading all this volume, and you have really good pressure at 4.2, 4.3. You're not going to push down through 4.3 any moment, you know. So I see that when the PTD rule switched over, having a margin account is way more beneficial to take the ease off of trading, to take the pain out of trading, because if you do get a shitty level and you do get a terrible level, then you can always kind of just reset and get a better entry later in the future. But then I think it could also make you lazy with your entries as well. So it's a give and take for sure. Stack, don't even look at me. Um, yeah. So far, a wild day, a wild atrocious day we're looking at. If this is what is more, if there's more to come like this in the future, dude, this is gonna be fucking wild. This is gonna be absolutely insane. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Just keep watching these trades and keep playing them and keep seeing what you can do. Oh, did we not talk about SLGB? This would be the last one, but dude, SLGB, you guys gotta look at this one. This one's fucking, oh my god. Like, this is opportunity. If you can't find opportunity in this market, bro, you should never trade again. But I do say there's landmines, and just as easily as you can make money, you can easily lose money, okay? So be very careful where you're doing this stuff. We didn't really have news, but I think we were up a couple of days ago, up a little bit from here, and then just, dude, yeah, like, this is kind of a fluke. Not gonna lie, this is kind of a fluke. And I was gonna get into this one, but then again, I was getting scared of the speed and the aggressiveness of these guys' movements, and just didn't really have a clear, definitive picture of what I was risking. Okay, but let's take a look at this again. So what I saw though is I saw that bump from 19%. And we saw this bump to 82%. I actually saw it from here the first time it bumped, and then it dipped out. So entry at 56 would have been boggling, right? Boggle that shit hard as shit. Other stuff was moving at the time, though. We were looking at other stuff, and the whole market was looking at other stuff. That's why we didn't really get this push until later, okay? Until the other stocks started to cool down. 161,000 shares and 80,000 shares and is that right? 26,000 shares, okay? Super small company, tiny, tiny, teeny, weeny company, okay? So we break out, go retest our previous high, push back down, still confirm with volume, and not completely dying with volume yet. Pushing in. Now we're kind of slugging out, but then we come back and we push hard to a 6%, 29,000, and we hold that level and we push again, okay? When we push again, we go 9.9% for 68,000. So 68,000. So what is 10% of 3 million? Would be 300K. So 30K would be 1%. So we're trading about 2% of our float every minute. Okay, so 2% actually trading here, almost 10%, 20%. Okay, so still pretty active because you do that in 100 minutes, an hour you traded your whole float, you participated for the day. In 16 hours you traded 16x in the day, so you still have trajectory to move forward, and that is only the first spike, so it's probably going to trade a lot more than that. We can fit a lot more than that into our agenda. Go to retest this high, and now you get your directional movement. And now you push up past hard, past 82. You go and retest 82. You go and sync up to fill in again. And then you come back down to retest. You get that hard break from everything. Now you get that compression and that push. And now you get that another push with it. Go to retest that high. This gets fucking insane, guys. Like look, retest this previous high, compress, sell a little bit, and then retest your low. Okay, go and retest your high. Okay, do that, confirm with volume, and then this happens, dude. This happens. 580% in 1 minute. Granted, I mean, I was watching this live when it happened, and on the 5 second, it literally skyrocketed to fucking 10. Fucking ridiculous. Like, on the 5 second, like, this is what you're seeing, okay? Seeing this push in. And now we get this right down here. So now you're higher than your previous low. You're kind of back towards your previous high where in 1 minute. Now you step in. Actually lose a little bit of your volume. And now you step in here. If you don't buy right now, your next candle is going to be fucking ridiculous. Actually, I was a little bit wrong. It still was ridiculous. That was a 38% candle in 5 seconds. It was 38%. Okay, and you have to risk that now. If you want to buy now, you have to risk that. Okay, you can even risk at this 1.3 level. Let's see if 1.3 does come back to. Isn't that cool? 93 even gets come back to. Yeah, 1.3 wasn't really even that tester level. But pushing up from here, 38 to 19%, to filling it again, to just doing this in 5 seconds. I feel bad, man. I really hope people didn't get caught up here in 12. They probably fucking did, but RIP to you, my brother. And then I feel, it was pretty crazy that people probably sold at 10. I don't know if they had time to sell at 10. I don't even know how many orders got filled. It just happened so quickly. But then from there, we pushed out hard. We make this low. We go to test this previous low. Push it back down, still kind of losing volume, not really doing anything with this movement. Push down to make another low, push down to make another low. Push up against that low to retest these other lows, push down, and then we get a stabilization, now to 157, push back a little harder, but then we don't get that same look from earlier. Push back down, push back down. Now you break this from here, this new low, break high, come in with volume. Look at the difference between this volume, 12K per 5 second, and then this volume, like 1K per 5 seconds. So you basically 10x or 5x your volume, 10x your volume, and you can push into something like this. Still like really kind of a shitty play. Like you don't get much time to sell out of here. It's very shaky stuff, guys. So just be really careful when you're trading. Just really hope you understand what you're looking at, and every day just continue to strive to keep looking at this stuff and keep getting better at looking at it. Okay, keep looking better at trading it, and eventually you'll really start catching a stride, and you really start understanding how to be disciplined, understanding that what key levels are looking like and what you're risking against, and what's a bullish pattern, what's a bearish pattern, and all these kind of ideas. Okay, so just keep reviewing, and then you keep noticing pattern recognition, and you're gonna get there, I promise. So thank you guys for watching if you did watch, and hopefully this helped you guys learn something.